Hey, music aficionados, welcome to the channel. Today, we are embarking on a deep dive into the world of Coldplay, a band that's left an indelible mark on the music industry. But with fame comes scrutiny, and Coldplay has become one of the most polarizing acts in the business. Let's dissect the various aspects that contribute to this phenomenon. In the early 2000s, Coldplay burst onto the scene with Parachutes, earning critical acclaim for its emotional resonance and melodic brilliance. However, detractors emerged, dismissing their sound as too safe and formulaic. Some critics argued that their music lacked the edge that appealed to fans of alternative and indie genres. Despite this, Coldplay's ability to connect with a massive audience set the stage for a career marked by both adoration and skepticism. As the band continued to release albums like A Rush of Blood to the Head and X and Y, their evolution became evident. While fans admired their musical growth and willingness to experiment, others accused them of losing touch with their roots. This dichotomy laid the groundwork for a divided fan base that either embraced or rejected Coldplay's sonic evolution. The turning point came with Viva La Vida or Death and All His Friends, where Coldplay embraced a more experimental and orchestral sound. This departure intensified the polarization, with supporters hailing it as a masterpiece and critics dismissing it as a departure from their original appeal. Coldplay's evolution of sound has been both a blessing and a curse. Their versatility, from the introspective Fix You to the pop-infused adventure of a lifetime, showcases a band unafraid of reinvention. Admirers praise their ability to stay relevant, while detractors argue that these shifts dilute their authenticity, making them appear as if they are chasing trends rather than setting them. The electronic experimentation of Milo Xyloto and the synth-heavy A Head Full of Dreams marked significant departures from their earlier works. While some appreciated the sonic exploration, others accused Coldplay of sacrificing substance for a more commercial appeal. This ongoing transformation not only kept the band in the spotlight, but also fueled the debate on whether their evolution was genuine artistic growth or a calculated move to maintain mainstream success. In the end, Coldplay's evolution of sound stands as a testament to their adaptability, but it also serves as a lightning rod for criticism from those who yearn for the simplicity and emotional depth of their early years. Coldplay's mainstream success is both a testament to their musical prowess and a source of contention within the music community. Their ability to consistently produce chart-topping hits and sell out stadiums globally is undeniably impressive. However, this level of success has led to accusations of selling out, with critics arguing that Coldplay's popularity has come at the expense of their original authenticity. Yellow and Clocks catapulted them to international fame, and subsequent albums like X and Y and Viva La Vida solidified their status as one of the biggest bands in the world. Yet, this success hasn't shielded them from criticism. Detractors claim that Coldplay's mainstream appeal has resulted in a watered-down sound that caters to the masses, sacrificing the raw, indie spirit that initially endeared them to fans. As they continued to top charts with anthems like Paradise and Adventure a Lifetime, the mainstream success fueled the perception of Coldplay as a band more interested in commercial viability than artistic integrity. The question of whether their success is a mark of genuine musical talent or strategic marketing remains a point of contention among listeners. Frontman Chris Martin's introspective and often romantic lyrics have been a defining element of Coldplay's identity. From the heart-wrenching The Scientist to the hopeful Fix You, the band's lyrical themes have resonated with millions. However, this emotional vulnerability has also been a source of criticism, with some accusing Coldplay of leaning too heavily into sentimentality. Fans often connect deeply with Martin's lyrics, finding solace in the universal themes of love, loss, and redemption. On the flip side, skeptics argue that the simplicity of the lyrics borders on cliché, lacking the depth and complexity found in other lyrically driven bands. The dichotomy in opinions highlights the subjective nature of music and the varying ways listeners interpret and connect with lyrical content. Despite the criticism, Coldplay's lyrical themes remain a driving force behind their enduring popularity. The emotional resonance of their words continues to create a powerful connection with fans, who appreciate the band's ability to articulate shared human experiences. Coldplay's performances, especially on grand stages like the Super Bowl halftime show, have become a topic of controversy. Critics argue that their stage presence can be underwhelming, lacking the spectacle expected from such high-profile events. Conversely, dedicated fans appreciate the band's focus on musicality over flashy theatrics, seeing authenticity in their stripped-down approach. The 2016 Super Bowl halftime show, featuring Coldplay alongside Beyoncé and Bruno Mars, received mixed reviews. While some praised the collaborative effort, others felt Coldplay was overshadowed by the dynamic performances of their fellow artists. This performance, among others, fueled debates about whether Coldplay's live shows matched the grandeur of their recorded music or fell short of audience expectations. The controversy surrounding their performances extends beyond major events. Some critics argue that Coldplay's live shows lack the energy and spontaneity expected in a concert setting. On the contrary, supporters appreciate the band's commitment to delivering a musical experience that emphasizes substance over extravagant visuals. The Coldplay fan base itself is a microcosm of the band's polarizing nature. Die-hard enthusiasts celebrate the band's consistency, emotional depth, and their ability to create a sense of community. However, this passion can sometimes lead to a perceived defensiveness, with some fans dismissing any criticism as unwarranted. On the other side of the spectrum, critics of the band often point to the perceived zealousness of Coldplay's fanbase as a reason for their disdain. The intense loyalty of supporters, while admirable, can create an atmosphere where dissenting opinions are met with resistance. This dynamic further contributes to the band's polarizing image, with discussions often becoming battlegrounds between fervent defenders and vocal detractors. The divide within the fan base also extends to the varying expectations of what Coldplay should sound like. Some fans appreciate the band's evolution, seeing it as a natural progression and a sign of artistic growth. Others yearn for the simplicity of their earlier works, believing that Coldplay has strayed too far from the sound that initially drew them in. Coldplay's impact on modern music is undeniable. They've influenced countless bands, shaping the industry in significant ways. However, this influence is a double-edged sword. Supporters argue that Coldplay has elevated the mainstream, introducing a level of sophistication and emotion that was lacking in popular music. Detractors, on the other hand, contend that their success has paved the way for a surge in generic, copycat bands, diluting the originality of the music scene. The early 2000s saw a wave of bands drawing inspiration from Coldplay's melodic and emotive style. Acts like Keane, Snow Patrol, and The Fray emerged with a sound reminiscent of Coldplay, sparking a trend that some critics labeled as the Coldplay effect. While this influence is a testament to the band's impact, it has also given rise to accusations of homogeneity within the industry, with critics arguing that it stifles innovation and diversity in musical expression. Coldplay's success paved the way for the rise of stadium rock bands that prioritize anthemic choruses and expansive soundscapes. While this has led to the creation of memorable and impactful music, it has also sparked debates about whether the industry has become oversaturated with bands attempting to replicate Coldplay's formula for success. The band's influence isn't limited to their musical style. Their philanthropic efforts and commitment to social causes have inspired a new generation of artists to use their platform for positive change. Coldplay's involvement in various charitable initiatives, including Oxfam and Amnesty International, has set a precedent for musicians to engage in activism and contribute to meaningful social causes. Music is a deeply personal experience, and Coldplay's songs often serve as the soundtrack to pivotal moments in people's lives. Whether it's a wedding dance to Yellow or finding solace in The Scientist during a breakup, these personal associations heavily influence how listeners perceive the band. The emotional connection that fans feel toward Coldplay's music is a testament to the band's ability to tap into universal themes of love, loss, and resilience. The subjective nature of these personal experiences contributes to the wide spectrum of opinions about Coldplay. For some, their music serves as a comforting companion through life's highs and lows. Others, however, may have different associations or preferences, leading to a diverse range of opinions on the band's significance in the broader musical landscape. As fans share stories of how Coldplay's music has shaped their lives, critics argue that this emotional attachment can cloud objective judgment. While acknowledging the band's impact on individual listeners, detractors contend that personal sentimentality should not overshadow critical evaluation of Coldplay's artistic merit and contribution to the music industry. Coldplay's collaborations with artists from various genres have also fueled the polarization surrounding the band. Supporters applaud their ability to adapt and collaborate with diverse talents, viewing it as a sign of musical openness and innovation. Detractors, however, argue that these collaborations dilute Coldplay's original sound, turning their music into a patchwork of styles rather than a cohesive expression of their identity. The collaboration with Rihanna on Princess of China and with the Chainsmokers on Something Just Like This received mixed reviews. While some praised the band for exploring new sonic territories, others accused them of chasing success by aligning themselves with pop and electronic trends. This ongoing debate raises questions about whether Coldplay's collaborations are genuine artistic expressions or strategic moves to stay relevant in a rapidly changing music landscape. Critical reception has been a constant roller coaster for Coldplay. While the band has received numerous accolades, including Grammy Awards and Brit Awards, they've also faced their fair share of scathing reviews. Critics who praise Coldplay highlight their ability to craft anthems that resonate with a global audience, lauding their melodic sensibilities and Chris Martin's emotive vocals. On the flip side, detractors argue that Coldplay's success is disproportionate to their artistic merit, labeling them as overrated. Some critics contend that the band relies on a formulaic approach, producing music that is safe and palatable to a broad audience but lacking the innovation and boundary-pushing found in other contemporary acts. The critical divide adds another layer to the overall polarizing image of Coldplay, with discussions often centered around whether the band deserves the acclaim they've received or if their success is a result of effective marketing and mass appeal. In conclusion, Coldplay's polarizing nature is a multifaceted interplay of musical evolution, mainstream success, lyrical themes, performances, fan dynamics, and societal impact. Whether you're a devoted fan who finds solace in their emotional anthems or a skeptic critical of their commercial success, there's no denying the band's enduring impact on the music industry. What are your thoughts on Coldplay? Join the conversation in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more in-depth explorations into the diverse and ever-evolving world of music. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep the music alive.